Do you really want to know what envy is? You might be wondering, what is envy? In today's episode, I'm going to teach you what envy is and what envy is not. So I hope you get ready and smash the like button and subscribe to this channel to get more of this content. What is envy? Envy is a feeling of displeasure or hatred towards someone for their good fortune or their possession. I'm going to take it again. What is envy? Envy is a displeasure or hatred towards someone for their good fortune or their possession. We live in today's society where most people really feel envious about other people. And we are living in the world of technology where most things are technologicalized, where nobody really sees everybody, but everybody actually sees everybody through the devices they carry on their pocket or through the computers on their house. So envy is something that people feel most of the time. You can feel envious of your closest friend. You can feel envious of your blood-related brother or sister. You can feel envious about anything in this life. You can even feel envious about just a shirt or a shoe you saw in somebody's body. And this feeling of envy is an emotion. As I'm talking to you from the emotion series where we treated a lot of topics from emotion. So this envy we are talking about here is an emotion. And this emotion we're talking about is something that if you don't know how to master and control, it might get way too far and ruin the future of someone. So envy, as I discussed earlier in this episode, is a feeling of displeasure or hatred. It doesn't mean you really hate the person or you don't like the person or you despise the person. But as I told you in the definition, it's a feeling. And what is feelings? Feelings are thoughts that are constructively working on the subconscious mind of a human. So feeling are thoughts that are constructively working in the subconscious or conscious mind of a human at a particular time for different purposes. So if you're feeling envious about somebody, it doesn't mean that you're really envying that person. It just means that you are having a feeling, and the feeling can drive your actions. It could drive your thoughts. It could drive the way you think or feel about somebody because of the emotion that you feel. It doesn't mean that you are really envious. It just means that you're feeling envious at the time. So most people attach the feeling to their personalities, and that's where most people get it wrong. When you're feeling a thing, doesn't mean that you actually becoming that thing. Or when you're feeling a thing, it doesn't actually mean that you're actually that thing you're feeling. A feeling is an emotion which passes through the subconscious mind of a human. So when somebody is feeling envious about someone, it doesn't mean that they are going to remain in that state. Another emotion can just come and just subject the other emotions, and you see a person start thinking and feeling a different way. So what am I explaining in this episode is that the feeling of envy is something we humans need to attack. Whether you like it or not, or whether you feel like it or not, you're going to have a feeling of envious in somebody else's possession or even in their good fortune. Just take an example. Somebody got promoted in your job place and you've been there for quite a long time. You've been here in over a decade, and also you worked so hard, and the company deserves you to be in that position. And maybe you've passed through some other processes and you were declined. Somebody just came into the company as a new staff, and before 3 to 4 or 6 months, the person has gotten the promotion and has gotten the position that you have been seeking after for a decade. Most people can really feel envious at that time. And envy is a sister or brother to jealousy. When you're envious about someone or something, you can also be jealous about that thing. And when you're jealous about it, it could now turn into different actions and different moods. You can have a mood swing of anger, resentment, hatred. You can have the different mood swings of feeling even irritated where that person that is in that position that you want or that you really deserve or that you have been working so hard for to get. And if you learn how to master your emotions on envy, jealousy, and hatred, you're going to really make some nasty or crazy actions that's going to ruin your life. You understand? A history of Dr. King with other members of the of the Republic in America, Martin Luther King Jr., which is called Dr. King. He was working on an evolution in the early 1960s, where he was running for a position, and somebody else in that particular position has been there for quite a while, and somebody else was also applying for that position, and the person has been there working more than Dr. King came. He has been there for more than 20 or 30 years working on that particular position. And the moment Dr. King came in and they saw his work, they saw his lifestyle, they saw his charisma and character, immediately they just switched the position to him. It didn't take him more than a few months or even less than a year. He got the position that somebody else was there really struggling to get that position, and that led to a big problem where Dr. King started having serious enemies around him, and the enemies he had around him caused to his demise and caused to his early death. So envy and jealousy is something that people really struggle with, and most people are unconscious about it. Most people don't really express it by expressing the way they feel about it or talking about it to somebody or to anybody, because it's a negative feeling, and most of negative feelings are something most people don't want to talk about. How will I explain how bad your position or your possession is hurting me? How can I tell you that what you have is really what I deserve? That is something no human will find it comfortable to express. So as I explained in the video, learn how to master your emotions and learn how to deal with the feeling of envy and strife, jealousy and hatred, because if you don't learn how to master it, you're going to ruin a lot of things in the future. How do you learn how to master your emotions? You also think about what are the positions or what are the things I have that this person is subconsciously trying to also achieve. Because what you think somebody has gotten from you, or somebody has running faster than you to get your possession or the thing that you want, could be just 30 or 20% of what the person is also looking for. Because the person that is in possession of what you want, you're also in possession of what the persons want. So that's how life is. No matter how you think or feel, there is something that you have that somebody else is also striving to get. There's something you have that somebody else is willing to die for. There's a kind of way you talk that somebody wishes that he talk like you. There's a kind of way you love that somebody else wishes he loves or she loves like you, because you're a different person and you're special. So don't, because of what somebody else's have or somebody else is getting, and you wish to, get in the way to, do something that is going to hurt people or even hurt yourself in the future, just to revenge or just to push the person aside to make yourself the leader, or to make yourself the winner. Remember, when you're walking far, walk with a crowd. But when you're walking fast, most times you're going to always walk alone, because nobody wants to follow a leader who is running so fast. Most people want to follow a leader because he has a very far distance to go. So I hope you get some education on this episode about envy. Envy is a feeling of displeasure and hatred towards someone just for their possession or even their good fortune. So I hope you learn a lot in this video. You're going to learn more and more in the next video and the next episode you're about to come up with. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning into this session, and have a great life.